So I guess I'm vlogging. It's my first one. I'm not quite sure how this is gonna go or what I'm gonna say or talk about or do, but Murphy, that's Mama's cider, please. So we're sitting on the bench seat, oh, you okay, bub? Of our kitchen table. All three of us, the dog, the baby, and myself, obviously. I don't think Finn's ever been in a video before. Say hi, Finn. So I've definitely done something in the past, and I'm quite familiar with it. If you're a crafter, I'm sure you've done it too, where you get a little frustrated and you like rage whatever craft you do. So I've definitely that's my hair, dude. Definitely rage knitted before a good bit, but I've never raged sewn. Except last night I did it for the first time. So I was trying to make a new sleep sack for this one, that she's eating right now. This is a pattern that I've tried to make myself, which, again, why when you start a brand new hobby would you try to make your own pattern? That's just me, I guess. But, so it turned out pretty well. I mean, the pattern pieces came together pretty well. There was a little bit of a weird overlap issue, but then it came to the front and the way that I was going to have this go together. And in my heart of hearts, I wanted to try a snap closure, since I've been working with the bandana bibs and those snaps are super easy. And I thought, maybe this would be easier to do than sewing in a zipper, because zippers and we're not on speaking terms right now. And then I got the whole one side of the snaps done. And then for some reason, because snaps are different on each side, I couldn't get the second half to work. And I don't know if my snap tool is broken. And if it is, I'm going to be super angry because I just cut and sewed a bunch of bandana bibs that need snaps. But I couldn't get it to work for the life of me. I wasted so many of the backs of little snaps trying to make it work. Even tried some other like MacGyver kind of stuff, couldn't make it work. So my dad and my husband are just gonna look at the tool and make sure it's not broken before I rage at the company. But so I was really upset and mad, and I figured I want to finish this because it's getting cold here in Western PA, and our house is a little bit drafty sometimes, so I like him to be warm at night. So I wanted the fleece sleep sack. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I figured out the process of the zipper. Like, it finally clicked last night. But when I went to top stitch back down, the fleece puckered a little bit in some spots, and I got this like weird little overlap thing issue. So I was pretty upset, like defeated actually. But now that I look at it in the daylight, it's not as bad as I thought it was. But I was definitely rage sewing last night, and so it's not as good as it probably could have been. Like, I still need to figure out, how do you tuck the bottom of the zipper in and get it to not stick out here? Every time I think I get it, it still sticks out. So that's, I guess, still an issue. But as far as the zipper, it went really well. Process-wise, not so much skill-wise. And then I still need to figure out what I'm gonna do with the necks of these. Ideally, I would probably use some kind of bias tape and put like, I don't know if you call it a hem or a collar around the top of it, because I'd like to finish the zipper and then just make it so that these edges don't stretch. But to be honest, after the zipper, bias tape and like that precision sewing scares the bejesus out of me. So I don't know what's gonna happen there. But yeah, so I guess, I don't know, I shouldn't have been rage sewing as hard. Like, I was feeling really defeated with sewing, and I'm sure, it's just because it's a new hobby, but like with quarantine and everything and COVID, and I mean, I'm not going to get into the politics behind it, but I do have family in the medical field, and for us, COVID is still very much a thing, and it's really mind-boggling, frustrating, disheartening when you have people walking around like it's not a thing, and to have your first child during this has been it's been a lot. So, yes, sewing has been cathartic, but also last night it defeated me. It really defeated me. I still love my machine. I still love, if you are thinking about a Husqvarna Jade sewing machine, I think it's a wonderful machine, and despite my issues with it, I still think it's very user-friendly. And I mean, heck, I had been sewing for like 2 weeks, and I figured I was able to do a zipper. So, I mean, not the best zipper, but like I did a zipper. So if that's any indication, it's a pretty user-friendly machine, and there's lots of good videos on it out there. So I would definitely recommend that. It's just more me and my expectations on how quickly I would have picked up sewing. I have a really bad habit of comparing it to other things. Like, I'm pretty far into knitting. I'm not, I don't think, tooting my own horn too much when I say I'm a fairly good knitter. And I think I forget how long that learning curve was. Yeah. Mommy gets impatient and she forgets how long it took her to get here. And she wants sewing to be as easy as knitting is now, and it's not going to be. So we're learning lots of things about sewing, about ourselves, about life, how to have patience and take it easy on ourselves. But if you've got, so I guess bias tape is the next thing. If you have any tips, any favorite tutorials, anything you've learned, please, funny stories are always appreciated. Please share them with me in the comments, or you can hop on over to my blog, knittinginthepark.com, and share them with me there. I could use some love and some other great commiseration sewing stories if you have them. All right, so Finn and I are gonna go try another craft, because that's what we do when one doesn't work out for us. Yeah, we just keep going. And probably will film or try to film a good bit of that, but this one's got a mind of his own today, so we'll see what we get done. Say bye, Finn. Finn, can you wave bye? I don't know if that was a wave or you were just raging. Bye, guys.